in October. I found out the bike. So Stuart's bike is an e-bike. He's going to be riding a Trek e-bike.
My bike that I'm renting for the
that
week.
he's renting on the ride we're doing in Maine in October. I found out my bike is going to be on the ride a Cannondale. I think it's one of their lower end road bikes. I've always thought of Cannondale as being the expensive bike company when I've heard other people talk about them before. So I don't know. I think all bike companies get expensive once you start looking at more higher end bikes. You know, it's just the nature of the beast. Especially right now with limited supply. Well, I think it's getting better. Monoprice MP10.
Nice.
Isn't that similar to the one you got?
So I've got a Monoprice Maker Select V2, which is 200 millimeters by 200 millimeters by 180 millimeters. So he can print an extra 100 millimeters in every direction, it sounds like.
In every direction.
In all dimensions. I don't know about the X or the Z axis actually. But no, it looks good. It's checking all the boxes. It's about the same price of what my 3D printer was originally, and I think it's by the same company. Well, Monoprice sells some other companies' things.
I was going to say, they're both Monoprice. Of course they're the same company.
They're a white label company, I think, technically. But it looks like a Wanhao build, maybe. But the thing that you got, which is like the make or break as far as if you're going to enjoy 3D printing or absolutely hate it, is if you buy a 3D printer that's under $200, often they don't put a heater in the bed underneath the 3D printing surface. And so none of your plastic will stick to the bottom of your printer when you're trying to get that first layer going. And like, there's literally just no way of like taking a printer without a heated bed and making it like an enjoyable experience. It is like all of these DIY hacks of like, how creative can you get with glass beds and glue sticks?
You have to do something about that, right? You have to...
I had one issue where I needed to use glue sticks for a very weird design thing, and I think I just wasn't doing a good retracting setting or something. It is a little bit of a rabbit hole of a hobby, but 3D printing's really fun and fulfilling once you kind of get that groove. Yeah,
it does seem finicky. I mean, I've never really done much with it myself, but I've been around when Stuart's messed with it. It does seem to be finicky.
The camera you are looking at currently is being held up by a 3D printed mount underneath one of our kitchen cabinets.
Yes, that is true. Stuart is good at finding designs or designing himself.
This one was all custom, baby.
Yeah, this one was all custom. Finding models for little design challenges like that.
It's interesting. The feature I noticed on Alex's, which mine doesn't have, is I've had to disassemble the whole like print head of my 3D printer a couple times because it's gotten clogged or something. And his is literally held on by super strong magnets.
Ooh.
So you can just pop his off.
Ooh.
And like have easier access to all the parts. And mine, I'm having to like get up there with a bunch of Allen wrenches to unscrew the thing. But yeah,
magnets, baby.
I won't make this a giant runaway thing about 3D printing, but
too late.
No, like there's
teasing.
There's a benchmark thing called Benchy. It's a model of a 3D boat that has like curves and overhangs and like one of everything that's hard to print. So like download a Benchy model as like your test print.
Benchy McBenchface.
Benchy McBenchface. Well, it's Benchmark and he's Benchy.
I get it.
Be prepared for like the